With Bitcoin now on a tear, we are seeing many of the other coins pick up as well. Ethereum being one of the other key cryptocurrencies out there now is certainly following in Bitcoin's footsteps. Today, we're going to have a quick look at the chart, perform some technical analysis and make some predictions on where we can expect to see Ethereum go in the near future. Let's take a look. Welcome into Ethereum's ETH coin chart, guys. As you can see right now, it's the 14th of April 2023 and we're sitting at just about $2,100 USD per ETH. We have been on a bit of a tear over the past couple of months, which is awesome, moving from those lows all the way down here at roughly the $1,000 US mark. And as you can see, we are now moving absolutely in the right direction, having doubled in value. What are the key things we are looking for on this chart? Well, first and foremost, from a long-term perspective, we need to identify whether or not we have broken the overall long-term downtrend, and that has certainly occurred, as you can see back here, and it was roughly just when January hit of 2023 that occurred, and we have actually been rising ever since. So basically that's the point in which we can start a new chart pattern from. So I'm going to take the lower point there, move things in a bit of an upwards direction, and for me that is really the baseline immediately right there for ETH, so you can see a nice little trend moving in an upwards direction. But what I really think is important is the fact that the top end of this trend, as you can see here, has been broken out of. So we were already trending upwards, and just yesterday we saw a big break and close above that key point of resistance, which was sitting at about 19,000 or $1,900, sorry, and $20, and we have now managed to exceed that $2,000 mark. And that $2,000 mark was very important for a number of reasons. First and foremost, it is a major point of horizontal resistance. As you can see right here, it has been, as we zoom out, a major point of price action historically for us. Of course, as well, it is a psychological barrier to get past. So right now that $2,000 mark is aiming to be our main point of support, and we are of course moving upwards. We can see as well, benefiting us, the 20-day moving average exceeds the 50-day moving average, and they're coming up as major points of support. And just a few weeks before that, we saw both these marks cross back above the 200-day moving average, which is fantastic as well. So all the longer lead indicators are looking very good. We're seeing that volume is starting to pick up as we do gain some momentum as well, which is fantastic. And overall, things are looking very nice. I just want to take a quick look at the RSI and the MACD. RSI, as you can see, we've obviously broken out. The RSI has now gone into that overbought range, as you'd anticipate, sitting at about 75.09 right now. We want to see that come back down within this acceptable range. I'm expecting this is either going to occur by, of course, coming back down to the horizontal point of support at the 2000 mark, or the top upwards trending part of our original channel here as we start to move in an upwards direction. I think that is probably more likely as we start to move onwards and upwards, but we will see what does occur. MACD wise, what are we seeing here? We can see that a rejection occurred, which is awesome for us. In fact, multiple rejections have occurred, but this is the real point at which we've been able to take liftoff. The main rejection was back here on the 9th of April. You can see a brief little bit of red down there, and that 12-day EMA started moving back upwards, and you can see it's now soaring way further away from the 26-day EMA. Really positive stuff, and I think just the start of a nice green little curve of candles just down there. Really positive signs at this point. Now obviously all our indicators right now are actually looking very good, apart from the RSI, where we are seeing that we have put in a bit of too much buying, putting us in the overbought range, but a healthy pullback back to those key support points and a bounce back upwards will allow us to keep moving forward. But what is the target for us now? If we were to continue moving upwards, where do we want to go? Well, I'm going to realistically zoom out and use our historical markers in order to do this. So I'm going to grab this horizontal point of resistance, double it, and move it up to where I think the best spot would be. In my opinion, we're probably talking at about this point, which is not too far off actually. It's that $2,165 mark. We've seen that this has been a major point for breakdowns, major point for holding up the support levels, and once again as well, a major point for price action historically. That is realistically the short-term goal. Now, of course, if we're talking longer-term goals, I'd be aiming to hopefully see $2,500 US or more than that as we continue upwards. But realistically, it's going to come down to the strength of the overall market, not just Ethereum itself, but things right now are looking very positive. That wraps up today's analysis of Ethereum's ETH coin, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.